I've been taking a GLP-1 for about 3 years now, for those of you who don't know. And today, at 61 years young, I'm asking a question that I never thought I'd have to ask. Why isn't it working? Because when I look online, I see people losing 50 pounds, 80 pounds, even 100 pounds in 6 months, 9 months, maybe a year. 3 years later, I'm still over 200 pounds. And I know I can't be the only woman asking this question, especially when we think we're doing everything right. We're eating our protein, we're eating our fiber, we're moving daily. So, grab a snack and come on back. And in today's Weight Loss After 60 video, we're talking about what happens when your expectations and your reality, they don't match. They don't match, girl. So, I'll see you after the break. Hey, my beautiful people. Welcome back to Weight Loss After 60 Fridays with Lexi. And today we're talking about something I don't hear enough people discussing, right? What happens when you've been doing all the things, taking the medication, trying your best, and you're still not where you thought you'd be by now? I'll give you a little bit of my story, a little background here. I've been taking a GLP-1 for about 3 years now, off and on, because of insurances and costs and different things. And so, to be fair, I have lost weight. To be fair. I was way over maybe 350 pounds, right? I'm 100 pounds plus down from that. So I have lost weight. I'm not saying that it hasn't helped me, because it has. It definitely has. But I also haven't had the kind of results that I expected. Haven't had those results. When I started this journey, I honestly thought that by now I'd be much further along than I am. Like, I thought I would have reached the goal that I set for myself in my mind as to where I want my weight to be at this point. I've dealt with insurance interruptions, so that was a big part of things. And I've gone through different doses. And I've dealt with things that women don't talk about on here mostly. The constipation, the plateaus, the gaining weight on a GLP-1. And you could go back and watch that on this playlist. The gaining weight on a GLP-1 that most people don't talk about. And so here I am today still asking these questions, right? Because I truly thought that this journey would look so different by now. I thought that it would look so different, and I look different. I mean, my face now compared to where I was, my body now compared to where I was, I'm so much smaller now, but I'm not where I want to be. Which I feel like I should have been by now, like probably 5 times over by now. So the real question is, and maybe this is where some of you are too. The question isn't, does the medication work? Because we know that it does. The question is, why isn't it working the way I thought it would? Why isn't it working the way I thought it would? Is it the menopause? I am in full menopause. I had a hysterectomy prior to me taking a GLP-1. So a few years prior. Is it our hormones? Is it protein? Is it sleep? Is it stress? Is it age? Is it the activity level? Is it something else entirely? I don't know. But I do know that after 3 years, I have more questions than answers at this point. I have more questions than answers. And I refuse to pretend otherwise. I truly do. It's like the expectations versus the reality, right? the real moment, the expectations versus the real moment. And I think a lot of us come into this journey expecting a straight line, right? Weight loss is not linear. It's not a straight line. It's not linear, but we still want those results like this, right? Like this. You take the shot, you lose the weight, you live happily ever after. But that's not what happened for me. And that's not what's happened for a lot of you. It's not. It's not. And, my reality has been a lot slower, messier, more frustrating, and sometimes downright confusing. This whole thing confuses me. And maybe that's the conversation that we need to be having more often. Maybe that's the conversation we need to be having more often. Not just the success stories, right? Because I see that all over here. I lost this on a GLP-1 and I'm this on a GLP-1 and I'm that and I'm this and I'm that. But nobody's telling you the real hard facts here. Nobody's talking about the negative side of a GLP-1. Some people may tell you they have side effects and things like that, but they're not telling you that they're gaining weight. That's like the taboo secret. Nobody's saying I gained weight on a GLP-1 because I have. Or that they're not losing weight. They're not talking about that, right? They're not talking about that. So it's not just about the success stories. It's not, right? It's not. It's not just before and after photos. It's not. The reality is real life doesn't always fit into a transformation picture. It doesn't. We can put all the pictures up. I can put a picture up of me before and now, right? And it's like, wow, she did lose over 100 pounds. I did. And you can see it. It's very clear. You can see that. But is that the story? Is that it? It's not, because I've gained in there, right? I've lost and I've gained, and I've lost and I've gained. And I'm trying to do the same thing constantly for myself. Because I know myself. I'm the kind of person that if something is around me, if there's a snack over here or something over here, I don't care how many GLP-1s there are, I'm going to eat it. I'm like, oh yeah, let's have some of that. I know myself. So I keep things at bay for me. I don't have a lot of things around me. I know that if I do too much snacking and this and that, well, I may not have the results that I want. And I think that's for most of us, right? So I do try. I am so focused on eating enough protein every day for my body, drinking enough water every day for my body. The fun fact is, we're supposed to be drinking half of our body weight in water in ounces. I didn't know that. I just learned that. I was like, today, years old. When I learned that fact, I'm like, wait a minute. Nobody told me that. The thing before was like, you need to drink a gallon of water a day, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. Okay, well, possibly, depending on what your weight is, that may be what you need to do. But we're all different, right? It's not linear. We're all different. We're all going to focus on certain things. The fiber, I'm taking that too. I never knew that. I knew it before yesterday, but I never knew that fiber was important. Sure, we see the commercials, Metamucil and Fiber One and all those things, but I never knew that was really a main proponent for losing weight, right? Filling your body. That's important, whether it be through whole foods, whether it be through doing chia seeds, or whether it be through psyllium husk. There's so many things that we can take in our body to help us with that fiber, and how much we have to have a day. And these are all things that I'm still learning. I'm still learning these things, right? I have a doctor's appointment coming up on July 6th. So in a little over a week. Am I down more than I was my last doctor's visit? No, absolutely not, because I have gone up. The scale has gone up. Now, full transparency, I am on Mounjaro, and I am on 10 milligrams of Mounjaro. That's what I am currently taking at the moment, right? There are several different GLP-1s. Did I go to the doctor and ask for a GLP-1 to lose weight? Absolutely not. I was put on a GLP-1 because I am a type 2 diabetic. I was diagnosed with that back in 2019, and it's been fluctuating. And so, but when I was first diagnosed with it, I really worked hard. My A1C was almost at a 15. My blood sugar was over 500, right? Pricked me. It was over 500. That's scary. That's scary. And I was losing my eyesight. So I immediately, I was not taking a GLP-1 at all. Not at all. It wasn't even mentioned to me. It wasn't even a thought. I didn't know anything about it. I immediately began trying to do steps every day as much as I could because I was way overweight at that time. Doing steps and focusing on my protein and eating. I went to see a dietitian who really didn't give me any information at all. First of all, this person was this big, right? Honestly, and I'm not even making a joke about it. This person, if a hard wind came, this person would be blown away. She was so tiny. I don't think she understood, she didn't give me any, it was like, oh, she's fat. She's black and she's fat. What do we do for her? That's how I felt in that moment. That's how I felt. She didn't give me any information. And then I saw someone else who was a diabetic coach. She gave me a little bit more information than the nutritionist did, but I learned everything on my own. I had to research. What do I eat? How much protein? They never said anything to me about that, about drinking water, protein, fiber, none of the things. Never mentioned a word to me at all. Nothing. They just said, oh, eat some cottage cheese and some eggs, basically. Right? How much protein can you get from that? Eggs only have 6 grams of protein per egg. I can't eat a dozen eggs in a sitting. So I need over 100 grams of protein a day. Specifically, I need about 140 grams of protein a day. So I'm not going to get that from just eating 3 eggs and some cottage cheese. That's not how that works. So this has been a learning process for me. It really has been. And, here are some of the exact questions that I'm taking with me to my doctor's appointment. I want to know if this medication is still the best choice for me. I do. I really feel like Mounjaro has done its thing. I've been on it for 3 years. Now I'm at a 10, not the highest dosage that I could be at, but I feel like the higher I go, it's not going to do anything for me. It's going to do wonders for my A1C, but it's not going to do anything for my waistline. I need those things to work in conjunction. That's what it's all about, right? So I want to change. I want to move on to Zepbound. I am still somebody who is obese. I am considered to be obese. Even though I'm 100 pounds less than I was, I am still considered that. I am not considered overweight. Once I get under 200, then I'll be considered overweight, right? And as we keep going and keep going and keep going, then I will get to where I want to be. I want to know, are there other options? I know that Zepbound is an option for me. That is made by the same company that makes Mounjaro, Eli Lilly, and I know that people have had great success with Zepbound, and especially people of my age group, people over the age of 50 and 60. So I would love to start on that. I would love to start on that. After 3 years, I think those are fair questions to ask, right? Those are fair questions to ask. And if you've been wondering the same thing, maybe they're fair questions for you to ask as well on your next doctor's visit. And so now here's the good news, right? This morning I weighed in at 247 pounds. I had gone all the way up to 200 and almost 80 pounds. I gained that much weight within the last few months, since last year, since probably my birthday, since August. And so on a little bit before May 1st, maybe in April, the mid of April or so, I started reining it in. I'm like, yeah, this is not working for me. I'm just eating very, very, very highly processed, over-processed food, that have a lot of sodium. I'm eating a lot of junk. I wasn't doing sugar, really, but I was eating some candy. I really was. And so then I'm like, yeah, this is not working for me. I can't have sugary treats, snacks, all those things. I just cannot. The carb load on that alone and the refined sugars alone sent me up, right? And my blood sugar as well. So now, a few days ago, I was 249. So now I'm 247. So the scale is finally moving in the right direction for me. It finally is going down. But the last time I went to the doctor, I believe I was like 200 and I was either 210 or less. I think I was 205 pounds. So you can see where I've had a big increase in weight gain, And most of that was my doing, of course. But now that I'm regulating and I've been eating protein and doing my fiber and doing my exercise and everything that I've been doing for the last 3 months, I'm not seeing it. I should have plummeted right away, right? But it didn't. So the scale is moving slowly, but it's moving, and I'm happy about that. Sometimes progress, it isn't dramatic, right? It's not that dramatic that we want, right? It's not that dramatic. And sometimes progress is just simply refusing to quit, and I will never quit. And that goes hand in hand. I will never quit this platform, and I will never quit taking care of myself. I will never quit. Never. I never will. Never will. So, it's just showing up again and again after disappointment. That's progress. And that's what we're doing here. We're making progress every single day. I'm never going to stop, but I'm always wondering what is going on when I'm doing all the right things now. Why am I not having the success? Why am I not having it? And there's so many reasons, right? Scales go up and down. There's water weight, there may be inflammation, I'm doing a little bit more working out and things like that. So there's all different things, right? I don't have one of those scales where it reads everything. You pull the thing up and it reads everything that's going on in your body. I don't have one of those. So right now I'm basing everything off of weight. But I can tell by my clothing, right? The inches, I have lost inches, and that I can tell. And those are non-scale victories. Of course, those are dynamic non-scale victories. They truly are. So, around here, we're not chasing perfection because that's not what we do, but we study our bodies. I'm always studying my body, especially at this age, because I know what works for me and I know what doesn't. And I know when I do the wrong thing, I know I'm going to have a reaction, and that's going to be weight gain for me. It will be my reaction to it, right? We give ourselves grace. I definitely give myself grace. If it was up to me, right now I would cancel this doctor's appointment. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going back to her until next year sometime. But I'm not going to do that. This is real life. We have gains and we have losses. This is real life, right? We have to keep showing up. We have to keep showing up for ourselves. And every Friday, we're not just losing weight. What are we doing here? We are gaining life. We are gaining life here. Because weight loss after 60 Fridays with Lexi, it's not about choosing a smaller body. It's not about that. It's about building a wiser relationship with the body that you already have. This is the body that we have. It's not the body that I want at the moment, but it's the body that I have. We have to meet ourselves where we are. So, on that note, I see you. I'm proud of you. And I thank you so much for spending part of your day with me. I thank you. Love you plenty.